All right, everybody. Welcome back to another video, or maybe your first video, because I haven't really uploaded an actual YouTube video since Vietnam. But anyways, for those of you that are new here, my name's Nate Ryan. I help people build online businesses through content creation and selling high-ticket info products like courses, coaching, consulting. So, yeah, if you guys are new here, check out the links in the description, right? Get connected with me, my free Facebook group. We got just about 5,000 members in there where I drop valuable posts every single day. So let's go ahead and get into the subject of the video. Right, I wanted to kind of revamp my YouTube channel. I haven't been posting on here very regularly, other than like shorts. Um, but figured I would get back on here and start dropping some. So today I want to talk about the 5 biggest lessons I've learned in business. Right, for those of you that don't know my backstory, I used to work in blue collar construction, and then I worked at a minimum wage gummy bear factory where I literally sorted gummy bears all day, um, 3 days a week. And now I'm at a point in my business where I've done well over 6 figures. We're already at about 60K this year. We did over 100K last year. So I wanted to break down my 5 biggest lessons that I've learned that have allowed me to go from working a minimum wage job doing well over 6 figures. So let's go ahead and dive into it. And bear with me. Some of these might seem like common sense to some, but these are some of the biggest things I struggled with in my business for a really long time. So number one is going to be that nobody's coming, right? Nobody is going to do the work for you. Nobody can post the content. Nobody can push you. Nobody can do anything for your business, right? When I started, I was under the notion that I was going to be able to plug into these done for you things and it was just going to be extremely easy. At the end of the day, 99% of any of it is completely up to you, right? Which is why I usually always talk about having some type of emotional attachment to why you want to build an online business, right? So I started and I am in online entrepreneurship, online biz opportunities, stuff like that. That's something that actually really interests me and something I'm extremely passionate about, which is why I always like to tell people to prioritize some type of passion when they're building this business, right? Or building their own brand online. So, next, number two, it hasn't been one thing, right? It hasn't been one piece of training, one YouTube video I watched, one course I've taken, right? It's been a compilation of thousands of dollars invested in my education, late nights grinding, learning, failing, implementing, testing, right? Social media is like a highlight reel. You only see the best portions of people's lives and you don't see the rest, right? My success has been a compilation of dozens of different things that have led me to where I'm at, right? So if you're not seeing results as fast as you like, don't be hard on yourself, right? Most overnight success stories take an extremely long time, and just know, right? It all adds up. It really all starts to compound, and over prolonged periods of time, the success you're actually chasing will come, right? I know that's probably a very generic answer, but it's a reality of it. Uh, Next is number three, simplicity is going to be your saving grace, right? And what I mean by that is keep things super simple, basic, right? You don't have to have these crazy automations. You don't have to have this super complex business to make 6 figures or even 7 figures, right? Uh, the reality is 95% of my business is done from a Facebook group and Google Documents, right? Very minimal tech, very minimal automations, and keeping things ultra simple, especially when you're just starting, is going to be a huge thing for you actually having a ton of success, right? Um, Keeping things basic, focusing on core fundamentals, Apparently, I can't speak. I haven't done a YouTube video in 7 months, so keeping things super simple, right? Focusing on marketing, sales, the psychology behind marketing and sales, right? Get good at the boring stuff is really going to allow you to break or replace your income or scale, right? If you get really good at very basic processes and keeping things ultra simple, for you as a business owner, it's going to allow you to focus on the stuff that's actually going to make you money, right? So that's it for that part. Next is number four is consistency is not enough, right? Consistency, showing up consistently in your business is not enough, right? And a good example of this would be this exact YouTube channel watching this video on. I posted 100 videos plus, but I never changed what I was doing. I was posting content for the sake of posting it. I didn't look at feedback. I didn't change what I was doing, right? Online business is always going to be testing, tinkering, trying one thing. If it doesn't work, don't do it anymore, right? If it does work, do more of that, right? So that's going to be one of my biggest things. Is you hear a lot of people talking about got to be consistent. You have to be consistent, and that is a reality, right? You have to be showing up daily in your business, whether that's like putting out one TikTok video, Facebook post, right? You got to be doing something to move your business forward daily. But staying consistent isn't going to be enough if you're not changing what you're doing, right? You have to actually optimize and change. Um, and honestly, earlier on in the stages, I would usually even recommend mass producing or mass creating content, whatever you're doing. So that way you can actually get a gauge on what is going to work with your audience, because it's different for everybody, right? It's not like social media is not a cookie cutter business model or a cookie cutter for everybody, right? You could put out a video that somebody else could put out the same video and they two totally different results, right? So putting out as much content as you can so you can see what works and you can do more of that and less of what isn't. And lastly, number 5, you will be your biggest enemy, right? That's going to be the biggest challenge to overcome in online business or business in general. There's going to be fleeting thoughts of, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, why do I deserve a life like this? Imposter syndrome. There's going to be a myriad of problems that you are going to face with yourself, right? And that was the biggest thing for me to overcome and the biggest challenge I've faced from day one all the way into where I am now, right? And we just celebrated doing over 47K in the last 30 days. So it doesn't stop, right? And being hyper aware of that. I mean, just know, right? If you're pursuing any type of entrepreneurship, it's not the standard, right? A lot of people aren't going to understand your vision. People around you are going to feel like you're wasting time until you're making money. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for my 5 biggest lessons from going from 0 to 6 figures online. Hope you guys got some value from this video. But I am going to start posting on here more consistently. Oh my goodness. Blooper, I guess. I am going to start posting on here more consistently. Not going to be very rigid with my content. That's a big thing with YouTube before, where I was editing a lot of videos. I didn't enjoy that process, right? So I'm not even necessarily looking to go mega viral or get tons of viewers on these videos. It's more along the lines of connecting with some like-minded people and people who want to be a part of my world. So if that's you, go ahead and jump into my Facebook group below, and you guys have an awesome day.